Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Not a game. We talking about practice.
We thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Besides, a different me, I'm coming. I'm flat out coming.
It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Sports Report Podcast. I'm your host, William Morgan, and I have a cast of thousands. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Let's go ahead and move on. First, he's my buddy, John. John, what's up, man?
What's happening, man?
Chilling. Just surprised by what Marvin Harrison Jr. is doing by not signing off on that merch deal. Better go get that money, boy. Get that money. Shit, chance of our lifetime. Go get that money. I need to hurry up. Let me go ahead and bring on my next person. He is my co-host for the Sports Report, and we are good to have him tonight. Let me bring my man Seven in. Seven, what's up? You're muted again, Seven.
Damn mute button. Somebody needs to consider that. It's been great 24 hours, dude. That Tom Brady roast was the hardest that I have laughed in a very long time.
We definitely gonna get into that.
Oh, fucking good.
We definitely gonna get into that. All right, let me go ahead and bring on the next person. He is a regular here on the Sports Report. Let me bring my man Ando in. Ando, what's up?
Sorry, I couldn't pull Seven. Had to make sure I wasn't muted. Nah, for real though. I gotta say, I just watched the first hour of the roast of Tom Brady, and I gotta say, I said it to you guys already, but I'll say it for everybody to hear. Drew Bledsoe killed his act like Mo Lewis almost killed Drew Bledsoe. Just saying.
Damn.
How we all doing? And I'm a Drew Bledsoe fan, so that's really hard for me to say, but I got to get my laughs in there anyway. John Seven, well, how we doing?
Doing good. John said you the first Drew Bledsoe fan he ever met.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What the original number 11? Let's go.
Numero uno.
Yep.
I love that bit where he said, "There's things you won't experience, like being a number 1 draft pick." Yeah. And being married for 28 years. That was
wow.
Beautiful.
Wow, man.
They hit him with that stuff, the divorce stuff.
Yeah.
Hard last night. Like everybody hit it, man. It was
him. Like I said, I've seen him and Nikki Glazers, and between the two of them, those are my two favorites so far.
All right, real quick, I do want to go into a little bit of football. Not a whole lot to talk on the football front, but I do want to get into what the hell is Marvin Harrison Jr. thinking by waiting to sign on this NFLPA deal? You better go on licensing deal. You're going to sign that thing. You realize what position you in?
I'm going to let you guys take it first because mine's pretty simple and to the point.
Go ahead, John.
Willie's right. You need to get paid.
Get that money.
Unless he believes he has it, I get, he had money from NIL deals. I'm pretty positive he did from college, but come on, dude.
Go and get that money.
You're going to take the bait one day, so you might as well take it now.
Might as well take it now. Hell yeah.
You don't know how your career going to turn out. I pray it's, he had a great career, but like I said,
As long as
today
his
you never
father's
know.
career was.
Yeah,
God, his dad was good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you talk about one of the best route runners you ever seen.
Yep.
Yep.
Marvin Harrison Sr. was tall. He
Mhm.
wasn't the fastest. He had some speed, but like I said, his son is built damn near completely different. So,
Yep. Yep.
but yeah, take
So
that
we'll
deal,
see.
man. Get
So
you
we'll
some
see.
money,
We'll see when he
enjoy
signs.
yourself. Don't spend it on no hoes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
No, you know
Don't.
what? No. Let the kid live a little. Spend it on like 2 hoes, but like
Just
after
2 hoes. Okay,
Like,
I'm
Dude,
with
it's
that.
Arizona's right there by Vegas. Give
I
him
feel like
5.
if I tell somebody young not to spend it on the hoes and they spend it on 2 hoes, they'll feel okay about it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
they'll be all
saying?
right with
No,
it.
that's fair.
He'll
Yeah.
be all right with it.
You kind
Real
of have
quick
to
before,
reverse psychology of these kids.
real quick before
I'm
you move
just
on, let me
saying.
go ahead and bring my man or what
I
I'm going to
spent
say.
some money on some hoes back in the day. So I'm just saying.
Real quick, right? I think he's done. Okay, I'm about to bring you in. Oh, you good? Okay, go ahead and bring in my man Ambrose. He is the commander and the ruler of X. God, I'm starting to really hate X now. You need to make some changes, Ambrose.
You know, for me, just waking up and not being Ando is good enough.
Jeez. Don't take
You
that,
know what?
Ando.
You know
Don't
what?
take that shit.
I'm going to say it like this, man. How easy is it for you to get up and walk around? I mean, I can get up, right? I can walk. I can bend
man.
my knee. I can bend my yeah.
You might be able to do that. I can throw a crutch like a.
Oh my
Don't
God!
come to my.
Oh,
Don't come to my
damn.
doorstep, man. I can throw a crutch like a javelin now.
Hey, you know
That thing launches.
what? All I got to do. Hold on, I got to fix my camera. Fucked up my camera, man. You know what? Let me say it like this. All I got to do is hide behind a wall, and you ain't hitting me with no damn crutch. I'm sorry. You want me to go get you snacks? You getting like 2 fruit snacks and a small glass of the little.
Well,
juice
I could tell you've recently tried to eat an apple because that front tooth is missing.
Damn.
Bro, all right. First off, there's been a gap between our communication for like 3 months now, man. All right. I tried to close the gap, but you wouldn't get it. All right. Second off, are you wearing a Padres hat or a Cardinals hat? Because it's pretty shit brown, and the way the Cardinals have played lately, I don't.
It's actually a throwback hat. It's a St. Louis Browns hat.
I kind of put that together when I saw the SNL. But no, anytime, Ambrose, you want to throw the shit back and forth, let's go, bro. I'm ready. Let's go.
You give as good as you take. I've missed you on the show, Ando.
But I don't. Yeah, you know. Yeah. We'll say that, man. But anyway, like I was going to say about Marvin Harrison, it's obvious the kid is not using his brain. He's obvious he's not thinking, dude.
He doesn't look too bright. Now that I think about it,
it is a contract.
He look a little dumb.
Yeah, it is a contract not associated to your actual playing time. Take any and all non-playing contracts that you can take because your playing career is not guaranteed. Like Will and John said, take the money while you can, man. Invest it, and if you want to blow a little bit on those 2 or 3 whores on your trips to Las Vegas, sure.
No. Hoes.
Yeah. You can get hoes in Vegas, bro.
Hoes and whores.
You don't need
no out-of-state hoes.
the money on the hoes.
Get Arizona hoes.
No, I gotta
I
gotta successfully defend myself. I ain't never been to Arizona. I don't know how the
listen, but you gotta get in-state hoes. That way you save on the taxes, bro.
Yeah.
I said,
why you gotta spend money on?
You don't need no traveling expenses.
You don't need no traveling expense. Get the in-state hoes.
Right.
Get the hoes around the corner or up the block.
Yeah.
You gotta do like Babe Ruth or Frank Sinatra. You don't spend money on them. You let them see the rollie. You take them out to a nice dinner.
Yeah, because I got that
rollie. Still spending money.
Let me rollie in this dough that I don't have, Ambrose.
Well, no, you can't spend
LOA
money on those. I'm saying
I know you ain't
Marvin Harrison, he goes to a casino. He doesn't have to spend money on a hooker.
No, you're not getting a hooker. It's hoes.
It's hoes. It's different.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Two white boys.
It's a difference between hoes and
hookers. You purchase a hooker for the night.
You're as white as I am. How do you understand?
Okay, first of all, I live in the city. I understand the difference between hoes, whores, and hookers. Okay,
There you go.
All right.
It's about life.
Sorry, I'm from the backwoods areas of Iowa. All right. I'm sorry, I don't understand how
So
bro.
I don't know. Y'all probably ain't got no hoes out there.
No,
Man.
probably not.
No.
That's what the corn
I probably don't.
Very friendly with that corn, though.
Hey, pulling out, bro.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you the difference between hoes, whores, and hookers. Okay.
Yeah, whores are just fat hookers.
A hoe looks for the farmer with the biggest tractor because she knows that's where the money's at, right? Okay. A whore fucks all the farmers. Okay.
The hooker does the animals.
Plain and simple. A whore fucks all the farmers. Okay. A hooker gets paid to fuck whoever hands her the fucking money.
Yeah, Will, me, Ando, and Tony
Rain,
can't be
sleet, or
on the
snow.
show at the same time. It
Hey.
derails.
No. If anything, Viagra may support the show. We may get our first paid sponsor, guys. Keep hard at it, guys.
Blue
Hard
chew.
at it.
I'll take that deal, damn it. But I will take it. But yeah, Marvin, he needs to get his act together.
No, I'm coming in late on the conversation. Could someone get me up to speed? What the guy did?
Yeah, basically, Marvin Harrison Jr. has yet to sign his deal, his merchandising deal with the NFLPA. His jerseys and things like that. He needs to hurry up and sign that damn deal. He can start getting paid.
I just want to play devil's advocate here for a second. Because I understand what y'all are saying. And on the surface, yeah, get your fucking money, bro. But on the back end, let's look at the fact first. It's already been mentioned. Marvin Harrison Jr., his dad played in the NFL and had a pretty respectable career by pretty much everybody's opinion. I don't think anybody's gonna take that away from Senior.
No.
So this man came from somebody that's already fucking been there. If he's not signing that deal, there's a reason to it.
Is the deal? Can I interrupt you for a second? Is the deal a collective bargaining agreement? Is that what the deal is? Like you're signing into the.
It's like a likeness for his jersey and games and whatnot.
Okay, so what if he's going the Barry Bonds route and he's just like, nope, I just want all my money for myself. And then he's just not featured in video games or anything, but he's making all the money off the merchandise. That's what Barry Bonds did in Major League Baseball.
This is true.
And there's that. It could be a money thing, but also it could be.
I remember John Dowd very well. He was a very good San Francisco Giant.
It could be a simple case if he wants to have more control over where his likeness goes.
Now I'm reading the report. According to this, he signed a contract with Fanatics before the 2023 season. The deal is worth more than $1 million. The deal is worth more than $1 million, and it covers autographs, signed training cards, game world apparel, and other marketing opportunities. Harrison is trying to use this reluctance to sign the NFLPA licensing deal as a leverage to do a new Fanatics deal.
Could it be conflict of interest, perhaps?
No, that's not a conflict of interest.
No.
While union membership is not mandatory, no player is required to sign an NFLPA licensing deal. For example, back in the day, I remember this. LeVar Arrington was one of the most prominent examples of a persistent refusal to sign. And he wasn't in Madden, which is a good point.
It wasn't. It's the same thing with Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was never in an MLB baseball game.
I also want to point something out here. Any of us
Y'all
that are
thought they were
gamers,
blackballing.
He was blackballing.
No, the guy's name was John Dowd. They made him like a 5-foot white guy in the games.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well endowed.
God.
Whoa.
Like I said, Viagra's going to host the show one day, man. Let's go.
Think about this. Anybody that's played Madden can confirm that it's a shitty game now. Like it's not as good as it used to be.
Dude, it hasn't been good for 10 years, man.
Right? Like it's a shitty game.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a roster update.
It's a roster
basically.
update. Why would
roster update and jersey update?
Yep.
Why would you want to be associated with that if they're not going to actually improve the fucking game? It's not like you're going to see a huge kickback from the people spending money in Madden Ultimate Team because it's not for your card; it's for packs of cards.
Right.
So you're not, there's not really a lot of kickback coming from that. I would want to have more control over my likeness too. So I want to see what he does with it. He may
and piggybacking off of that, I mean, you sign this deal, you got to go into EA Studios. They're sticking these fucking cotton balls on you. You got to stand there for hours a day posing so they can get your motions. It's a pain in the ass. I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to do it. Yeah. I'd say I'd forfeit the money and just say, you know what? I don't want to spend 12 hours.
Somebody pays you about $5 to $10 million. You wouldn't go stand there with some cotton balls attached to your body.
They're not making that much money off of Madden.
There's no way they're making that much money.
Dude, you put me in a wrestling game for $5,000. I will show up in my underwear, let you put as many cotton ball swabs you need to be on me, and I will be that green suit guy you unlock.
I mean, I'm just
saying. Hey, I can see Ando's wrestling it right now. Ando the Destroyer.
Ando would be like Danny DeVito from It's Always Sunny.
My name would be Ando. My name would be Ando. No, my name would be Ando Split Tooth. Let's go. Look, guys, when you see the spit coming, you know the fire in the ring is gonna get you. Let's go.
Just call him like Shannon Sharp.
But anyway, I mean, I just wouldn't want to spend the time on it. I personally.
I caught that, Seven. I caught that.
All right, real quick. Couple things I do want to go over.
It's
Michael Strahan, not Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
Shannon Sharp is the skip.
I want to go over some things. I want to go over a few things real quick. Joe Burrow participating in throwing session during off-season workouts.
Yep.
Can Joe come back healthy and maybe make a difference for the Bengals?
If Cincinnati wants to compete,
if he's playing, he's a difference maker.
Joe Burrow is a difference maker for sure.
Yep. Did the Bengals re-sign Browning at all?
Honestly, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I would say if he's still Cincinnati, they got a chance with those weapons. But
I'm gonna point something out about Joe Burrow. In that Super Bowl, he went down, and the look on his face, I think he really, really hurt his knee in that Super Bowl.
Good.
And I think he downplayed it.
Good.
And because when you watch that Super Bowl, the look on his face, I made that look 3 or 4 times each time I dislocated my patella. And I think he downplayed it, and I don't think he's the same quarterback he was that went into that Super Bowl. I think that knee is an Achilles heel for him now. And he should have left the game. He should have gotten it looked at. I mean, they lost anyway. He should have gotten it fixed. He's a true player. He wanted to finish it. He wanted to see the game through. You can't blame him for that. But I think that knee is going to affect him for the rest of his career.
Fact about Jake Browning, he did re-sign a 2-year deal with the Bengals.
Okay.
So I would say, you know what? I think there's been enough time. I think at this point, Joe's probably right there, if not maybe like 2 or 3 weeks early in the time frame for him to be able to throw. But if he feels right, you want to get that range of motion back. And it's Joe's body ultimately, and he's going to know when he feels ready to do it. I strongly believe that the Bengals go where Joe Burrow goes. So if Burrow thinks he's ready to play, more on it. And I want the Chiefs to beat the Bengals at their top strength, and that would be Joe Burrow instead of Jake Brown.
I mean, the problem is with someone like Joe Burrow, though, is they're always going to be ready to go. You're never going to get the truth from a quarterback because they don't want to be taken off the field.
Sure.
And it's the coach's job to take him off the field. It's the coach's job to say, hang it up. We're going to make sure you can come back at 100%. We're going to try to aim for week 5 or 6. Because you're never going to – it's the same thing that happened in Washington with RG3, and Mike Shanahan ended RG3's career because RG3 wants to stay in. RG3 wants to stay in the game, and Shanahan let him stay in the game. Shanahan should have been a coach and should have pulled him. And that hurt RG3. It's the same principle.
I think in RG3's case, I do agree. I think you're right. I think Shanahan, because it is ultimately the coaches and trainers' job to protect these players from themselves, because they're most of the time they're not going to be honest, because it's part of that competitive spirit, and I respect it. But
it's the same as when a manager walks out to the mound and tells the pitcher to give him the ball.
Yep, they believe they can still take care of it.
Yeah.
So for that, yes. Now for Joe Burrow, I think that with the type of attitude and swagger that Burrow has, I also think that he's doing everything he can to be as prepared as possible, because Joe Burrow hates that despite how good he's been against Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes has it's 3 rings now, right? Yeah,
Yep.
three rings. And Joe Burrow has 0. Joe Burrow lost in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's
Joe's been the only quarterback to go.
And with a team like Cincinnati, I don't know. I think that might be a Dan Marino thing. I don't know if he's ever going to go back.
They need to keep everybody. Look, T. Higgins has already requested a trade.
I didn't think they were going to.
Let's face it, Cincinnati is not a destination for anybody worth their salt. They're not going to say, "Ooh, I want snow and chili."
Again, it comes down, dude. Kansas City was the same way. How many people thought, "Oh, Kansas City is the place to go"? You put the right head coach, the right quarterback, and that right system in. There are wide receivers.
Certain people want to play to win.
I don't want to give Burrow credit because I'm a Chiefs fan and I don't like the way that Burrow carries himself. But at the end of the day, Burrow is a lot like Herbert, right? He put the ball down the field.
Level of pity right there.
Yeah, no, I mean, so he's got. I mean, the kid can throw the football, right? He can put it in spots where he wants to go. And if you're playing opposite of Jamar Chase, you're going to get 50% of the looks because everybody's going to be worried about Jamar.
Jamar is going to be doubled all game.
Exactly.
Yep, all game.
Yeah.
But with the 2 other receivers they had, man, that's hard to do all game.
T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. Yeah, not to mention their tight end that they got coming up too.
You're gonna have to re-sign them. Tyler Boyd's up now.
Am I looking at my news ticker correctly? Did the Dallas Cowboys re-sign the Ewok?
Yep.
They signed Emmett Smith.
And the Ewok's first words were, "I have unfinished business in Dallas." Yep. To get 500 yards and eat 500 donuts.
Ezekiel Elliott signed back. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's very sad.
Yeah. 500 yards. 500 yards. Let's go.
Okay, real quick before we move over to basketball. Guess what your boy did today? Well, actually, yesterday.
Not employee of the month at T-Mobile.
I wish. Fantasy football. Fantasy football. My dynasty league was yesterday, and it's like I forgot all about it, so it ended up being on auto the whole freaking time.
And you got Ezekiel Elliott
until I got a message on my phone saying that the draft is being completed. And you know what? I ain't too mad. I kept Trevor Lawrence from last year. I picked up Aaron Jones, David Montgomery, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, Amari Cooper, who good at home but suck on the road.
Yeah.
I put Mark Andrews coming back. Raheem Mostert had a good year. Tyler Lockett's going to be decent this year. Justin Tucker, the best kicker in football, in the 49ers defense. And then I got Bobby Wagner as my IDP.
I like it.
I don't hate it.
It's solid. Yeah, it's solid.
Who got Taylor Swift?
You gonna win your fantasy league, boss.
Is she eligible for the draft?
Not yet. She hasn't been drafted yet, so she's got a. But no, here's the only thing I would say is I would be mindful of that defense. That's the only thing, and that's not just because I'm a 49ers hater. That defense, that defense blows leads like a female reporter in the 50s.
Damn.
Who did the 49ers lost? Eric Armstead because he went to Jacksonville. Who else did they lose?
Mm-hmm.
So,
but they gained a lot. They gained a lot through free agency in the draft.
It's not about talent. It's never been about talent.
It's coaching
in San Francisco. That's a solid fucking roster. It's coaching.
Yeah.
Al Shanahan has to prove that he can actually close the fucking deal. Because right now there is zero fucking evidence that he can.
Hold on. What number did you say? Hold on. What number did you say? Devin just said a number. There's how much evidence?
0.
Exactly how many rings that the 49ers have against the Chiefs in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
But
I mean, there are some things, there are some franchises, and with the 49ers, it's one of them, where there's pressure stepping in. And, you know, when you're a quarterback, you're stepping into the legacy of Joe Montana and Steve Young. when you're a head coach, you're stepping into, Bill Walsh and George Seifert. You're stepping onto that sideline. Well, it's a new stadium, but still the sideline they roamed.
Right.
And there's a lot of pressure going into a franchise like that, and it's hard to find a coach that could
take all that pressure,
that can take that on.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find a quarterback that can take that on. Those teams that have the blue chip quarterbacks, like the Broncos, the Niners, the Dolphins, you have shoes to fill, and it's not fair, but you got to live up to expectations of giants that got on that field before you.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Let me go ahead and Dan's not here, so let me go ahead and take over his segment because we got some basketball things we got to talk about, guys. All right. I got to ask this question. The Lakers fired Darvin Ham.
Good God.
And let me go, and I'm going to start with John first. John, was it fair for Darvin Ham to be fired?
I'm about to be brutally honest.
Uh-oh.
Was it fair? No. But he shouldn't have been the head coach in the first damn place.
Yes.
Who has Darvin Ham coached? Like, where was he before he went to LA? Does anybody know?
Assistant coach with the Lakers before.
I can find out. Give me a minute.
But still, he wasn't there that long.
No.
Like, I don't know where that came from. This let's get Darvin Ham, and LeBron seemingly keeps getting coaches whom he can control the whole scenario of how things play out. So, except for the exception of Tyler.
Yeah.
But every other coach he's had, they just, no. But it wasn't fair to him to be fired, no, not after 2 years.
All right.
Because they did seemingly get into the playoffs, but because of the play-in, of course.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they got in nonetheless. So, same time, can't complain too bad. One of those, AD stayed hurt the other years. So, but
all right,
was it fair? No, but he shouldn't have been the coach in the first place.
Darvin Ham's coaching career consisted from 2008 to 2022, 23. October 2008, he was named the assistant coach for the D-League Albuquerque Thunderbirds, whatever the hell they are. 2011, he then became the head coach in 2009. 2011 became the assistant coach to Mike Brown's staff on the Lakers, where he coached Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol, and Dwight Howard. 2013, he joined the Atlanta Hawks coaching staff to help the Hawks reach the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons. 2014 and 15 was a part of the head coaching staff, so I guess he made decisions with the head coaching staff. 2018, he followed Mike Budenholzer from the Hawks. 2020 to 2021, helped coach the Bucks to their second NBA title. And then in 2022, he was hired by the Lakers and played, obviously that story is written. So,
I mean, all I know is my McDonald's app just sent me a notification for a LeBron James special. It's a 20-piece chicken nuggets, a picture book, and a blanket for when you fall down on the floor. Nah.
Damn.
So, my opinion, no, I don't. I'm kind of in John's shoes. No, he definitely didn't deserve to be fired. But when your 2-star players do not defend your coach, it's kind of hard for you to keep your job. Considering that it was your 2-star players who got him in there in the first place. And I think everybody on this panel will agree that Ham was not I'm going to do it myself head coach. He's hey, LeBron's here. I'm the puppet that LeBron is going to control. I think at the end of the day, he was the scapegoat for everything that went wrong, which is dumb. And I think the next Lakers head coach needs to have a spine and be able to stand up against LeBron and AD. And I know that that's a tough task to ask. I'm hearing rumors.
The problem with is that basketball and hockey are unique in the sense that they are the two sports where the players run the locker room.
Yep, agreed.
And if the players say this guy's got to go, the coach is going.
Cool.
It's happening. It's like that's why I don't really with Darvin Ham being fired. I don't really see anything wrong with it because as a hockey fan, I see that happen like 6 times a season.
Okay, so your argument is that the players are the coaches on the court. Why aren't the players being held to the same level of scrutiny that Darvin Ham is being held to?
Because it's a different culture. The sports are the basketball and hockey are different cultures.
It shouldn't matter.
It does.
If I am under. So had the Lakers won the NBA championship, we're not talking about Darvin Ham leading the team. We're talking about LeBron James and AD leading the Lakers to the championship. But the moment that they fail, all of a sudden it's the coach's job because the coach can't handle the star player. That's the biggest.
It's not that they can't handle. It's that in hockey and basketball, the locker room is run by the players. If the captain of your hockey team says, take for instance Pat Quinn on the Maple Leafs a bunch of years ago, captain says, I think it was Matt Sundin, this guy's got to go. They went to the playoffs 7 years in a row. Matt Sundin said this isn't working. He's got to go. The locker room hates him. They fired the guy. They just fired him. That's what happens in hockey and basketball. The players are it's a lot more, I guess, because the rosters are smaller. And it's more tight-knit.
I get where you're coming from, Ambrose. But my side of the argument is the players get all of the credit when they succeed. Not once when who was the coach at the Lakers bubble? Was it Frank Vogel?
Yeah.
Frank Vogel never once got told. LeBron never once said, hey, Frank Vogel was a good coach. He's the reason we won. But the moment that the Lakers can't make it back the following year on a non-bubble season, it's, Frank Vogel is the reason we lost. We got to get him out. It's, I guess for me, I'm the old school kind of sports philanthropist, maybe is the best word.
Philosophy.
That if you're going, it is as much on the players as it is the coach. You can't take all of the credit being the players and not give any to the coach when you succeed. But then when everything goes to shit, the coach didn't teach. It's like a business. You can't be like, hey, the bosses are the reason that Walmart is succeeding. And then when Walmart hits record lows and say, it's the people, the workers of Walmart. You got to find that fine line. I agree.
In principle, I agree with what you're saying. In principle, you're right.
I agree with John. Maybe Darvin Ham wasn't the right coach in the first place to be put in that position. But you cannot sit there and say, it's all Darvin Ham's fault.
Okay,
philosophically,
you're right.
Darvin Ham was not the one missing shots in game 4 and 5. Darvin Ham was not the one missing coverage assignments and getting beats on blocks. He is not the one that was covering Nikola Djokovic in the paint. You can't. I'm going to end it there. You can't blame the coach for the failures and then expect not to give the coach any of the success when you win.
Okay, that's and I will say that philosophically you're right, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and these owners have investments. And when is the last time a kid bought a Darvin Ham jersey?
Did they ever buy a Darvin Ham jersey?
Well, my point is this, because when are we going to stop looking at coaches and start looking at some of these GMs? Darvin Ham wasn't responsible for that roster construction in LA.
LeBron was.
Palinka was.
LeBron was.
Yeah, no, dude. You can say Palinka, but it was LeBron.
Through the proxy of LeBron. Exactly. Through proxy of LeBron. Like that Russell Westbrook deal. You let go of a lot of pieces to get Westbrook. A lot of pieces.
Yep.
Pieces they thought were going to be good for them. Like Gabe Vincent was good for the Heat. He wasn't good with the Lakers.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So
you gave
he wasn't shooting the ball that way.
I said this the other day to somebody. If they would have kept the pieces to that bubble team, who knows?
Yep.
Who knows?
I want to say this. I hear what you're saying on accountability.
Yeah.
And Ambrose did kind of hit on it. Nobody's buying a Darvin Ham jersey. Here's the deal. After 2 years, the players are saying this isn't working. They know that they police each other.
Yeah.
And you and I both know that D'Angelo Russell was laying out more bricks than a fucking mason building a house.
Yeah.
Okay?
And you could say the same about Ryo Hachimura too.
And don't think that they aren't going to be trying to look at moving off of those pieces. But the unfortunate truth that you're looking at is because of these issues, you're going to have a hard time getting anything of substantial value to match some of the investment that you have, if you're the Lakers, put into D'Angelo Russell and Hachimura.
Yeah.
So now you have to take a look at the next thing. Can we find somebody that can fix those guys? Because LeBron, and
if he even stays,
but LeBron and AD, they operate independently.
Agreed.
They operate independently, so they're gonna have that voice with AD taking the lead in that locker room, as it should be unofficially, but realistically, we know it's still LeBron. And they're gonna, these guys are gonna say, "Hey, Darvin Ham is a problem." Jeannie Buss is gonna go, "Okay, see ya," and
that's what happened.
That's what happened. And it comes down to it. Like I said, it comes down to the fact that nobody's buying a Darvin Ham jersey, and you also can't tell me watching the Lakers play that Darvin Ham made any kind of a coaching impact on that team. Doc Rivers walks into the door of a building and makes an impact.
Yeah.
And it's going back to what I was saying about legacies. You're the coach of the Lakers. Again, you're going into an arena where you had Pat Riley, you had Phil Jackson, you had all these guys that you're walking into a shrine of excellence. And that's a lot of pressure as a player and as a as a coach. Because who was the coach of the Showtime Lakers before Riley took over? He was I forgot who that is, but and then you had Riley, then you had Phil Jackson, and it was you're walking into it's like walking into Duke University's Camden Hall.
My issue is another issue I have with this though. If you can fire the man, you got to get somebody better. And rumor is they're trying to get Ty Lue from the Clippers. If I'm Steve Ballmer, I'm not letting that happen.
That is negative. Ty Lue already signed an extension based off.
And so did Jason Kidd.
Yep. Did you hear? I hear right now.
Person, and Ando, you might have heard this. The next person they're looking at is JJ Redick from ESPN.
If I'm JJ, I'm staying away.
And I'm looking at JJ Redick. What qualifies you to be a head coach?
Yeah.
To be
another puppet.
It's kind of funny that he gets mentioned when him and LeBron start that podcast.
To be honest, being an NBA coach has to be you have to have thick skin. You're walking in, you're making the least amount of money in the room, and you have to control the room. And you have to manage egos. And like Casey Stengel said, when the famous baseball manager, the key to being a good manager is keeping the 5 guys who hate you away from the 4 guys who are undecided. And that's what you have to do with basketball. And it's tough. It's not like it was 30 or 40 years ago. You are managing egos. You're not just managing ball players. Like at this point, who wants the job?
Here, I will say this about JJ Redick, because I get the criticism of the idea, but I also want to say this. If you're going to be the head coach of the LA Lakers, coaching who is at least a great of this time in LeBron James, and another guy who is elite in his talent in Anthony Davis, you have to have the respect of the players.
Yep.
Yeah.
And JJ Redick has the ability to engage with and get respect from every NBA player that he talks to.
But how long will that last for?
No, and that's a legitimate question. But I'm just saying, just in playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
The idea of JJ Redick as a head coach, which I still absolutely say he should not do that. The idea of him as a head coach isn't as isn't as bad as people think.
Yeah.
It's just legitimately still a bad idea.
But there's a difference between being an analyst and getting respect and being a head coach and getting respect. You're an analyst. You're talking to these guys on friendly terms. You're not dictating what they do and don't, what they do and what they don't. So it's a much different dynamic when you go in and you got to say, okay, here's how it's going to be. Here's what we're going to do. Here's, we're not, the old way is gone. And that's why it's so goddamn hard to coach a basketball team, because you have 9 guys with huge egos and you have to wrangle them all and you have to get them to function as a team.
And speaking of going back to the old days, we're looking at an old day ass whipping right now. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves up on the Denver Nuggets, 36-20. I tried to tell people
Did you say 36-20?
Yeah,
they ain't scored a point in this whole second quarter.
Yeah, yeah, because it was 28-20 going into the second quarter, and I know
they have not scored a point.
John, I was trying to tell people all week leading up to game 1, Minnesota is a bad matchup for Denver. Bad matchup. They have nobody to stop Ant, and Minnesota can play with you with a 3-man rotation to give Joker problems.
Yep.
I'm watching Oakland play Texas. They're actually playing decent baseball, and the stadium is empty. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Damn. And earlier tonight, the Knicks get a win. That 1-0.
That was a hell of a game, though. That was a hell of a game.
Can I just say that there is an element of awesome playoff basketball when the Knicks play the Pacers? Like that, between that and then the Knicks and the Heat, and then the Bulls and the Pacers, there's just something about the old school rivalries from the 90s when they pass on.
Did anyone catch, by the way, Reggie Miller doing his analyst thing on courtside, and Spike Lee just photobombing him in the background? Dude, Reggie Miller's doing his post game thing, and Spike Lee just leans in, and he's like,
"Yeah, no, there's just
it's walking."
There's something about the Knicks and Pacers, man. I love that rivalry. Just I don't know.
It was because of Miller and Spike Lee. Yeah, that was what made it. It was Miller and Ewing, and Miller, because Spike Lee was talking trash to Miller, and Miller was giving it right back.
Mm-hmm. I will always say, and I've said it on this show, I said it for a little while now. The NBA is better when the Knicks are competitive.
Yep, I agree. When the Knicks, I'm one of those people that when the Knicks, the Pacers, the Bulls, and the Heat are in the playoffs, there's magic. There's magic in the air every year that they're in it.
No, they're
2010, when right before Derrick Rose tore his ACL in that game against Philly, all 4 of those teams were.
Wait, are you telling me Derrick Rose got hurt?
2010, dude, when he tore his ACL in the first round. Yeah, against the 76ers. Yep.
That's so unlike him.
You know what? Stop being a smartass, Stick.
He seemed like such a pillar of health.
Listen, you talking? Listen. Don't be trolling the 2 Bull fans up in here.
Yeah, bro.
Don't be trolling the 2 Bull fans. I'm still mad at Tom Thibodeau for that shit.
Amen.
Try to head him motherfucking. He's still in the game. We're winning the game, mind you. Yep. We're in the lead. We're winning. Why is he still in the freaking game?
Take your foot off the gas pedal, Tibbs.
Damn.
However, Tibbs being the coach of the Knicks right now, keeping his foot on the gas is what helped the Knicks win the game today.
Yes,
I will say that because they outscored the Pacers by 9 points, giving that 4-point lead.
For sure.
So,
all right. Tomorrow night, let's preview tomorrow night's games very quickly.
Cavs and Celtics.
We got Boston versus the Cavs. Who y'all taking in that game? I'll start with you, Seven.
I'm as much as I hate supporting any Boston team outside of the Red Sox.
Don't do this.
Ultimately, fuck every Boston sport outside of the Red Sox.
Don't let Matt Damon and Ben Affleck hear you say that.
Yeah,
exactly.
They can both go fuck themselves too.
The 2 most famous people in Boston, not named Tom Brady.
Yeah, dude, and that just shows how shitty of a city is that Matt Damon and fucking Ben Affleck are your most
What do
famous.
you expect? It's redheads with bad accents.
I know we're going to talk about the roast later, but Kevin Hart, I think it was Kevin Hart who said, no, it was Jeff Ross that said, congratulations, you're so popular in Boston. You were the third most famous Boston person in a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Some of the jokes in that. But no, I gotta go with Boston. I think the Cavs will keep the series competitive, but I have Boston in the series as a whole, and I think Boston's going to come out in game one really strong. That's something that they do pretty consistently, and just drive it home. And I think that'll set the tone for the series.
John, what you thinking?
It's gonna go 6 games. Donovan Mitchell is gonna show up for like 2 good games out of the series. He's gonna drop 45 on Jaylen Brown, whoever's guarding him. Probably Jaylen Brown's gonna be guarding Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
And if they can get Garland to show up and Evan Mobley, yeah, they can definitely take 2 games out of this series.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't feel like the Magic were pushovers. So, I say, they were just really young.
Yeah.
Probably the youngest team in the NBA, if I'm not
And
wrong.
for them to take
I'm not
Cavs
sure.
to 7 was a really solid
Yeah.
series.
Like I say, Donovan Mitchell has his moments, so he'll have a few moments throughout this Boston series. It'll go 6 games.
I'm in agreement with you, John. I think it'll go 6. I think Boston takes the first. I definitely think they take game 1 because they're more well rested. I got a feeling they'll take 2. The Cleveland will split the 2 games in Cleveland. Cleveland will take game 5 in Boston, and then Boston will close it in 6 in Cleveland. I think John is right on the head. The Cavaliers go as well as Donovan Mitchell. He's the firepower. He's just like Brunson right now, where he's going to every game he has a chance to score 40.
Yes.
But it's that supporting cast, and if that supporting cast don't show up, 40, 45, 50 ain't going to do you good against a team that puts up 80 as a team. And I think defensively, Jaylen Brown will lock him down. I think my only concern with Boston is if Jason Tatum can consistently show up. He showed up really well against Miami in the first round.
Yes.
As long as Tatum shows up and defensively they don't let the supporting cast of Cleveland get in, I think it's a 5 or 6 game series.
Ambrose, you want to pick somebody?
As shitty as Boston is, and as much as I hate Boston, Cleveland is such a sad city, and I can't ever see them winning anything. So, like, they're just so sad. So I have to pick Boston. It's just like you look at the name Cleveland, and you're just like, oh,
damn.
Poor thing.
Hey, Timberwolves just pushed it open to a 42-24 lead.
Damn.
Yep.
It's a bad matchup for Denver. It's bad.
Do the Timberwolves sweep
I can't lie, man. I'm not one to say something about the rest, but they putting Denver in a hole. Like,
it's bad, man. It's a bad. Nobody on that team can handle Ant. Nobody.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect it to be this lopsided this early. I honestly thought it was going to be a 7-game series with Denver taking it in 7, and it still has that chance. But shit, dude, I did not expect Minnesota to come out.
I'm honestly still not worried. But
they split the regular season on each other's home floor. Let's not forget that. So it's not like Minnesota's coming in scared. And Denver defensively has nobody that can cover Ant. Nobody.
Nope.
So
and they can't put Aaron Gordon on him because he needs to be on Cat.
Yep. Jamal Murray can't handle him. He ain't athletic enough.
What's the other matchup we got?
And then you got we got Dallas and OKC.
Ooh.
In OKC.
I think for the same reason Orlando lost to Cleveland, I think we're going to see OKC lose to Dallas. I just think they're too young of a team.
I believe that.
I think it'll be a 6-game series again, 6 or 7. With this young, the benefit that OKC has is I think the longer the series goes, Luka and Kyrie are going to get tired. And with the rotation and the young firepower that OKC has, that could play in their benefit. I think the longer the series goes, OKC has a better chance. I think Dallas closes it in 6, but if it goes to 7, I think it's OKC.
John?
I'm going with Dallas. Oh, nobody in OKC has been there before.
Nope.
Kyrie's unstoppable.
Champion.
Luka is unstoppable.
Yep.
Unstoppable.
Yep.
I just wish I could hit half the shots that Luka does off like his left foot. I know Ambrose
Kyrie is like a damn alien, whether he's in the air or putting the ball on the floor. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just
Like
gonna say
it don't
Ambrose.
matter.
I'm just gonna say Ambrose wishes he could move like Kyrie right now. No, he's just stuck on the couch. Oh, dude, he's playing a Kawhi. I'm sorry, that's a perfect example.
Oh, damn.
At least I got your mom keeping me warm.
What's that?
Nothing.
Yeah, my mom keeping you warm. You know, I'm gonna be honest, man. You know, being at the age that I am, I let a lot of shit go, man. But come on, that's high school playground shit. When you bring my mom's into it, man. Come on, let's keep it real, bro.
I can see if you brought his brother in it though.
Yeah, bro. Come on. I
can see if you brought his brother in it. That would be
bringing his
that would be crazy.
You and your brother should dress up like Chip and Dale for Halloween.
We dressed up as Batman and Robin. I think that's about as cool.
Were you Robin?
Oh, that's cool. Dude, who was Batman and Robin?
I was Robin.
That tracks.
Okay.
Dude, I'm the younger of the two, and he's taller than I am. Of course I'm going to be Robin, man. Little brother following big brother around. Where are we going?
There you go.
It's Dallas.
I think so too.
It's Dallas. And I'm going to say this as a Suns fan.
I'm a sucker for a Cinderella story. I'm going with OKC.
As a Suns fan, when you don't take Dallas seriously, they punch you in the fucking mouth. Mm-hmm. When you take them seriously, they kick you in the dick. Yep. It's Dallas. I think we're going to see Dallas and the T-Wolves in the Western Conference Final.
My only issue with OKC, my only issue with Dallas, half-court defense.
Yeah.
They're not the best defensive team in the world. They've improved, don't get me wrong, but they're not the best defensive team in the world. And when you're going up against Shea Andrews, Gilchrist,
Josh
Giddey, Chet on the low blow, Chet Holmgren.
See, that's the thing. Giddey can't shoot. Like Luka won't have to guard him. They can go double somebody else as long as Giddey's at that 3-point line.
Yeah, but dude, all Giddey's got to do is take 3 steps into the paint, and if ain't nobody in his face,
the mid-range. He just can't shoot the 3.
Yeah, dude, it's 2 it's 2 dribbles and a shot from 3-point to mid-range.
I just think that their defense isn't the best. They've improved as a team. Don't get me wrong, but they're gonna have to really like that because Sanders, they don't have nobody that can stop Gilchrist. Nobody. So.
And that's fine. He can get off.
He gonna get off.
Who else is gonna get off? Is Chet gonna score? I don't know these other young players' names they got, but they're feisty, and they can go at you. But like,
that's my only concern. That's my only concern with Dallas. If that defense comes to play each and every night of this series, they can win. And like it was already said, can't nobody stop Luka. Can't nobody stop Kyrie. So I got Dallas too. What we consider seed-wise is considered an upset. But would you guys consider that an upset if Dallas won?
Nope.
What was it, like a 5-game difference?
It's a 4-1.
Yeah,
it's a 4-1.
No.
Nah.
Well, no, I mean like when like OKC won 52 games and then Dallas won 50? I would not consider that a
upset if Dallas won.
No.
Yeah.
No, an upset would have been like the 30-win Jordan team of 86-87 when he was out with that ankle beating the Celtics. That would have been an upset.
Yep.
Jesus, that'd have been an upset of all time.
No, I gotta bring something. I gotta bring something to y'all's attention because I know Ambrose ain't here right now, or maybe Ambrose is, and he just hit his face. But Ambrose said that he's picking Boston because Cleveland is a sad time. I gotta say this like Skip Bayless. I'm sorry. I gotta go Skip on this. So Ambrose, I am here to make a point. You said you picked Boston because Cleveland was a sad sad town. And now you're going to pull the opposite of OKC against Dallas. Dallas being the more flamboyant, flashy town because you like an underdog story. It's Dallas. Don't pick What is it, Oklahoma City? Besides bombings, I should shut
Barbecue.
God damn it, Ando.
Yeah. I'm gonna
What the fuck, bro?
There goes the monetization.
Viagra has pulled out, literally. Jesus Christ.
Good
No,
job,
you left
buddy.
it in, bud.
Yeah, it's not
You
like I
didn't
can go
pull
back
out of
and
there.
it's not like I can go back
it.
it's not like I can go back and edit this. This is a live stream.
Way to go, Ando.
My
You know what?
people.
I would like, can we just take a moment and say that, you know what? For once, Ando did my job.
And here's the thing. After the joke that Tom Brady told about Drew Bledsoe last night, where he said that everybody remembers in September of 2001 on that fateful day when those two took out Drew Bledsoe. If Tom Brady can make a 9/11 joke and also referencing a fact that Drew Bledsoe literally almost fucking died.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't see any, honestly, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't.
Yeah.
People get mad at roast now because they're televised. You don't realize these things used to not be televised. It's always been no holds barred. You say the most fucked up shit you could possibly say.
Yeah.
Man, as a comic.
I could be Ricky Gervais and say, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Get over it. It was 25, 30 fucking years ago. Get over it.
All right. Last piece of NBA news that I have, I want to say congratulations to Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year.
Glad he got something, man. Like I said, I don't know how long the kid's going to be in the NBA with the stature of his build and not having a whole hell of a lot of. I don't know how much tread is going to be on his tires. Congratulations, good on him.
I think they'll put some weight on him.
Yeah,
he'll need some weight.
He'll get in the weight room.
Yeah,
I think they'll give him he gained close to 10 pounds of muscle over the year. He'll be fine.
He'll be all right. All right, let's go ahead and finish up the show with the 7th inning stretch. Here we go.
I want to be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints.
All right, 7. All right, Ambrose, what we got MLB wise?
I want to start with this, and and I need you to understand that again. I have to tell Major League Baseball and umpires of Major League Baseball to go fuck yourself.
Hold on, you got to add somebody else's name to that.
I'm so tired of fucking talking about these fucking umpires.
As a Boston Red Sox fan, the fact that I am about to have to defend a fucking New York Yankee causes me physical fucking pain.
How much did you vomit today, Seven?
We're gonna look at Aaron Judge's first career ejection, and I've got some video here from. God damn it! Hold on. I've got some video here from the event in off of ESPN's YouTube channel, or the ESPN MLB YouTube channel.
All right, here it is.
Strike 3. Judge not through with that call. And he gets thrown out.
So
did he say something racist?
No, all he said, and according to the post-game conference that the umpires did, their press release, whatever it was, all he said was that's bullshit.
Yeah, there was another angle. You can probably pull it up on YouTube. There's another angle where it shows him saying it on the replay, and he pretty much said that's bullshit, and the guy tossed him.
I get it. My job, if I say that's bullshit, my boss can throw me out. I get that. But when you're in a competitive sport, the call is bullshit. Everybody watching that knows that that's outside and low. And you call it a strike.
If you replay the pitch again, even the one guy sitting behind the catcher, he's looking at the pitch, and the guy makes the call, and the one guy in the section is like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
Like the one spectator in that area is like, what is this? What's
Angel
going on?
Hernandez. It's Angel Hernandez all over again.
And what one of the other things that I thought was interesting from this Steve Wilkos looking motherfucker that was umpiring this game, is he's not only doing this for a petty fucking reason, which and I'm sorry, I think it's wrong in professional situations, because like I had a situation with my boss today where I straight up said, "Don't fucking do that to me again." And it wasn't just my boss; it was not just his boss's boss, but the person above that. And you know what happened? They said, "Hey, take 20 more minutes off the phone, calm down, get right, get back on the phone. You're fine." That was it. Because in my company, we actually get to talk like adults as long as we're not being
blatantly disrespectful.
Blatantly disrespectful.
I think
so. But also, and the announcer said it in that clip before a little bit after I stop it. Nobody's there to see those fucking umpires. If you're at a Yankees game, you're there to see Aaron fucking Judge. Fucking Judge.
I am not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say Aaron fucking Hernandez, and I'm like, nope, can't see him, dude. He's dead.
No. And I agree. I agree with Seven, and I think the umpires. Are being whiny little babies right now because they're finally getting called out. The technology is catching up to their bullshit calls. They're getting scrutinized and they're being whiny little babies. So now they're throwing people out for questioning them. And this is where altogether now, fuck Rob Manfred.
Fuck Rob Manfred.
He really needs to just get the shit together. He needs to do, you know what? The one thing that Bud Selig did when he, in his tenure of commissioner, that actually showed he had balls, when the umpires went on strike and said, "We're not coming back," Bud Selig said, "All right. Bye."
Yeah.
Okay. I got National League umpires that need work. Bye. Have a good rest of your career. Rob Manfred needs to fire these guys. He needs to get rid of them because no one wants computers dictating balls and strikes. No one wants to bring that element into the game. And the umpires are making it really, really hard to make a case against computerized calling right now.
Nick Pivetta, Boston Red Sox pitcher, is coming back up from a rehab assignment. He's going to be pitching Wednesday in Atlanta. And when he was interviewed about his time during his rehab assignments, one of the first things that he brought up was that he hates the automated balls and strikes calling system because they're using it right now in Double and Triple A.
Yeah.
They're testing it right now, and this is where the pitch clock was before it came into the league. So it's coming.
No umpires are not making a case for themselves. They're not making. You know, they're standing on the edge of a cliff on a plank. It's like that meme where you're shooting the guy that's the weight holding the plank up.
Yeah,
like that's.
You've got guys like that umpire there, CB Buckner, Angel Hernandez. We should not know who any of these motherfuckers are. Just like we should not know what the retired boy band looking motherfucker, Scott Frost, I should not know what his fucking name is. I should not know. I should not know anything. He is frosted tips away from taking Justin Timberlake's fucking place in NSYNC. We can all talk about it.
Wow. It's gonna be mine.
Wow, man.
But I mean, no, I agree. The umpire situation it's been getting out of hand, and it takes a good commissioner. It started to get out of hand in the 80s. I don't know if any of you have. I know William's in my age group. I don't know how old the rest of you are, but in the 80s, Billy Martin had a feud with an umpire. The guy's name was Ron Luciano, and Ron Luciano would make the game about himself. And Billy Martin, being the old school manager, thought that the umpire should just call the balls and strikes, but Luciano was doing the theatrics and everything. So every time Luciano would call a game with the Yankees, Billy Martin would get ejected. And finally, I think the commissioner at the time was either Giamatti or Vincent, and it got to the point where it was like, Ron, shut the fuck up and call the game. Stop being an asshole. It's not about you. They don't pay to see you. Just call the balls and strikes and shut the fuck up.
the lack of accountability in officiating or on officials in professional sports is maddening. It's the only job where if you get criticized, you get to complain, and the person who criticized you gets removed. There's no discussion on the validity of that.
Nope.
It just, that person gets removed. When somebody calls out Angel,
but the problem was Luciano was a good umpire. It was just he was doing the theatrics.
Yeah,
he actually made good calls. Angel Hernandez is doing the theatrics, but he sucks.
He
is just. I've never seen a profession where you could be so terrible at your job. Like, he shouldn't even be bussing tables. I don't even think he could bus a table.
There was a Major League Baseball game I was watching last week. I can't remember which one it was off the top of my head, but in the same game, about 3 innings apart, a first base umpire had both of his calls that he made on base runners. It was at first challenged and overturned. When your job is to make that call, you make 2 actual calls in a game, and both of them are overturned. You should at least there should at least be some repercussions. And when you have chronic problems calling the game correctly, you get sent down to the minors. And if you don't get right, you lose your fucking job. Because I guarantee you there are, for every umpire, for every referee, there are 10 referees that are good enough to do that job. This isn't like in the 70s and 80s where it was hard to find people that actually knew their ass from a hole in the ground when they were officiating a game. There are schools. There are schools for these now. These are educational programs to get better at doing this.
I think every umpire should be given a copy of the rule book. I think every year they should be given a test on updates to rules. Everything just quizzed on the general rules, quizzed on what the fuck a strike zone is. Like,
I agree.
Because it's becoming like old people and driving. It's like, you should not be on this field, man. Like, you shouldn't be here. You don't know what you're doing. Do you know where you are right now? You're at a baseball game. That was a baseball. Like, that was just thrown at you.
They're on a rock. It wasn't a boulder. It wasn't a rock. It's a boulder. It's not even a boulder. It's a baseball.
It was a baseball.
It's not a boulder.
I understand that officiating a professional sports game is difficult because you've got when everything's in play, it moves really quick, and sometimes you have to make a call in a bang bang situation.
In a normal sport, yes, but with baseball on the base paths, I'll agree with you.
Yeah,
but looking at a pitch.
Yeah,
looking at a pitch. You're standing there looking at a pitch.
The difference between a ball and a strike is less than 100 meters, bro, or 100 millimeters. Like,
when the ball's all the way out here, I can understand if it's coming in and it's like skimming the plate.
Right.
But when the ball's all the way in like Cincinnati and you're playing in New York.
No, and you're right. And those calls, those calls are a problem.
That's a
and they're frequent.
But as hard as it is, and especially with the fact that the strike zone is not just a set amount of space, it varies player to player because obviously different players have the same size. We're not going to give a 6'1" and a 5'5" player the same fucking strike zone. That's not right.
Right.
So, you're the same amount of space. Like, so there are some differences and some nuances to what these guys have to deal with. But at some point, if you're not elite, you got to step aside, This isn't a Brett Favre situation where you can go quarterback a team for a year and then go play on the practice squad or be a backup for 2 seasons and then keep taking steps down. No, if you can't hang anymore, there are people ready and willing and able to do it better.
I mean, I'm a career server and bartender. If I ring in 5 wrong orders in a night, my ass is getting fired.
All right, you guys, real quick, I do want to
go ahead. Update the score real quick, and then I got one more thing.
Okay, cool. Real quick, at halftime, the Timberwolves 61-35 over the Nuggets. I'm sorry, there ain't that much Jamal Murray in the world gonna help you come back from that.
Nope.
In today's game, I'm not sure anymore.
I mean, it could happen. You know, what's that? Angels in the outfield.
That's like the greatest comeback ever.
But okay, last thing. The San Diego Padres traded the Miami Marlins 3 prospects and a relief pitcher for the legendary second baseman who will probably spend more time as a DH in San Diego, Luis Arias. Last year he hit 354 on the season.
Damn.
It is elite at the plate, and that's over 550 at bats. I believe it was right around. Give or take.
No, he had a hell of a season.
How many RBIs?
What is it, like 118?
Let me pull it up.
It's like something. He had it was over 100. And he is now a member of the San Diego Padres. On his opening night with the San Diego Padres, he proceeded to reward the Padres' investment in him by going 4 for 4.
Damn, man.
This dude, he's an elite hitter. If his career continues like this, he's going to be considered up in the ranks of the top hitters in baseball history. He's just that fucking good.
All right, real quick, I did want to go over division leaders in baseball real quick. AL East, we got the Baltimore Orioles at 23-11. AL Central, we got the Cleveland Guardians at 23-12.
In the Guardians.
AL West, we got the Seattle Mariners tied at 19-16 with the Texas Rangers.
And the Astros are 6.5 games back. Fuck you, Houston. Sorry.
Yep. Fuck you, Houston. I gotta say though, be careful because the Twins just got done with a 12-game winning streak before losing last night. That's a team to watch.
Yeah, the Twins are fucking electric right now.
NL East, we got the Philadelphia Phillies leading that in 25-11. We got the Brewers leading the NL Central, and finally we got the LA Dodgers leading the NL West at 23-13.
Yeah, the NL West is like whoever's in front of that division. That's like driving the short bus.
There is so much talent in that fucking division. Like I legitimately feel bad for the Rockies because even if they were starting to get better, you wouldn't be able to see it because that is the NL West is the National League's equivalent of the AL East. There is just so much talent in that fucking division that it's impossible for anybody because like if you put the Dodgers in the AL Central, the Dodgers were going to have a 100-win season.
We are looking at, though, historically bad last place teams already, though.
Oh, seriously.
We've got the White Sox at
White Sox.
We've got the White Sox at 8-27, the Angels at 12-23. Who's in the National League? You just mentioned the Rockies.
He just mentioned the Rockies.
The Rockies have 7 wins. The Marlins have 10 wins. I mean, this is a historically bad start.
Hey, the one thing I will say,
baseball.
The one thing I will say, my Mets not in last place.
The Mets have a little fight in them. I don't think they're going to do shit with it, but I mean, you're only one game below 500. There is some talent on that roster.
Well, it's kind of hard to lose when you've already defeated yourself.
All right, you guys. Let's go around the room, see what everybody's going on. John, what you got going on this week, man?
I ain't got nothing much going on, man. Honestly, I got to take care of my mom. But other than that, I ain't got nothing going on. Enjoying these playoffs, man.
Yeah. So. Ando, what you got going on this week, buddy?
Work. Catch up on sleep and hope I don't get us banned for talking about Oklahoma City bombings, man.
We gotta hope Ando don't get us thrown off FCC airwaves.
Ando, what were you thinking? I was thinking about a bomb in Oklahoma City. Were you there? Fight me, man. I don't give a shit.
I mean,
it's comedy. Go blow yourself, pal.
I'm sitting here trying to say that people from Boston don't sound retarded, and Ando's talking about bombings.
Look, if Jeff Ross can talk
John?
about bombings in his set, I can talk about bombings in mine.
What were you saying, John?
Who, me?
No.
What'd I say?
I thought you said something. Okay, you good. All right, Stephen, what you got going on this week, buddy?
Whole lot of work, and also I'm probably going to rewatch Tom Brady at least twice.
I got to finish mine.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Man.
I might check that thing out. I didn't watch it. I might check it out for sure.
John,
Ambrose, what you got going on this week, buddy?
Same old. I'm going to be writing for the website, doing my thing. Yep, sitting on my ass. Still somehow being a more productive member of society than Ando.
Hey man, if you don't look at me, that's a win, bro. I don't like talking to people. I wish I could be the Hobbit like you and stay in my little shire, man.
God,
I wish I had a Frodo Baggins to go do my groceries.
You brought up the Hobbit.
Woo! That's cold-blooded.
Do you have an old man like? Sorry, Will. Do you have an old man running errands for you, Ambrose, or is that just Frodo Baggins?
No, I just run errands myself. I just get a ride.
Run, or do you got to get a head start?
Damn. All right, me. I'm going to get the 2 holes that Marvin Harrison should have got.
You're a big girl.
Hell no, I ain't got no big girl. Hell no.
No, John.
I didn't realize that Marvin Harrison Jr. was into Asians, but I mean, at least y'all got that in common.
Give me a couple of Asians. I'm straight. What? I'm straight. Give me a couple of Asian women. I'm straight, dog.
Real, you cannot put it in there. It's too big. You can't put it in there, real. Please, no.
Are you German now?
Yeah, why are you talking like a German?
Yeah,
just trying to.
You need to grow a thick mustache first.
Just don't do that one.
Yeah,
I'm very confused right now.
All right,
yeah.
I want to say
someone lost a war.
Fuck you! You guys are killing me.
Really, guys? I'm going.
Fuck you all, and twice for Ambrose, man.
Dang.
It's funny because you're dumb.
Yeah, it's funny because you're broken.
Dumb. What the hell?
Ambrose. Ando is a productive member of society. He makes Rob Gronkowski look smart.
You know what? That's a good point.
And on that note,
fuck you, Seven.
Very, very good point.
At least I'm not Aaron Hernandez and just hanging around. Oh shit! There we go. Shit! There we go.
And on that note, before we get kicked off FBC Airways,
we out of here. God.
We'll see you again next week right here. Same bat time, same bat channel right here on the Sports Report podcast. Thank you for everybody coming through. Thank you for all you guys for coming. We'll see you guys later.
Ando's dumber than Gronkowski.
Yeah, at least I can leave my home.
Damn.
You still have 3 mattresses in your bedroom?